everybody. Happy holidays. Welcome to Thursday night. Time for another episode of Thrifty Business. I'm your one host, Jason Thrifts.
And I'm your once in a while co-host, Debbie. Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
Yeah. I love this intro. It gives me a chance to have enough lipstick. Did I blow my nose? Is my hair straight? I do all that while the intro's going on.
Fix my beard, things like that. All right, let's get right into introducing our guest. I'm like all thumbs all of a sudden. Hold. I've lost my way. Okay, here we go. Now it's time for Jay's Tiki Talk. Each week I drink a different rum out of a different tiki mug and try and match it up to my guest. And our guest this evening is going to be a very special talk because this is you're probably one in a million, Lynell. Probably one in a million. So Lynell just recently retired and has started her online selling biz, but she prepped for 2 years, basically. She was getting ready, and most of us fly by the seat of our pants, but not every one of us. So, where the heck's my rum? Oh, there we go. Because you prepped and gathered your knowledge, I had to go with a nice aged rum because it gathers its knowledge by sitting in a barrel a long time. So I went with Rum Bourbon Court 15 years. Now, you didn't study for 15 years, but I didn't have anything that said 2 years on it. So I went with that. And the mug, you're all going to have to wait to understand it, but I'm going to show it, but we're going to talk about it when we get to Lynell. So the Tiki mug is a gravesite.
Oh, we need that one. Yeah, I can't wait to hear this explanation.
You know it.
I do? Oh, what? Oh, no.
You're the one that gathers the notes, my dear.
Well, sometimes I don't pay attention.
There's going to be this, I know now, at some point in the next 20 minutes.
Oh, good.
So, Lynell, thank you very much for being on tonight. I can't wait to talk to you. So sit back, relax, and we'll see you in a little bit.
Hang on. Keep your clothes on.
You have never said that to another guest.
I always say it.
So the rum is very good. I will explain the mug when Lynell gets back on. What are you drinking out of, Deb?
Oh, well, it's just kind of this ugly thing that I picked up.
Oh, look at that. Woo, we're going to talk about that in a little bit, too. The new Den of Sin mug. Very nice.
Yes, and I made Debbie's special.
Lapu Lapu?
No, I don't know how to make that. It's a little bit of rum and a little bit of orange stuff and a little bit of the almond stuff and a bunch of ice, and it's pretty good.
I like how Debbie makes drinks. A little bit of this color, a little bit of that color, a little bit of this taste, and we are good.
Yep.
Nice mug. Yeah, we're talking about that in a little bit. All right, here we go. Good to see everybody. And now it's time for our scores of the week. These are the items that you should be on the lookout for when you're out thrifting. Come on.
I'm glad I don't have to do this. I'd really have it goobered up.
Okay, cool. And here we go. Sorry.
That's okay.
Ta-da! I did it. All right, here we go.
Oh, we sold this little train part, paid $2.99 for it. $5.95. Nice little find there, Christmas time.
Very nice. I got a train at home that I forgot to set up. I should probably get it up. Maybe I can sell it before Christmas.
Hey, you never know.
There's a big one to go around the tree. It's like
Yes. I think I have one somewhere in the shed, but it's already the 10th. There's no time. Okay, this bottle, this was in our profit pile for probably about 5 years out in the garage. So I got it out, looked it up, and some of you in the Thrifting Board may remember I shared a video with Jason's approval of some guys that sell, they're experts in these bottles. And so we accepted an offer for $60, and it went home. It went home to this little mining town in California where it came from. So
nice. That's always the best.
I didn't even clean it. I said it's dirty, and down inside is the actual real stopper that came with it. Really cool. So look for these bottles. There's all different cities and places and states, and fun.
I want to give a big Thrifty Business hello to Jean. She's been a stranger, but she's happy to be joined. How you been, Jean? I missed you.
We met in Vegas when she came out and her daughter came thrifting with you once.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, Family Creative Workshop. I think this is like the third time I've sold these set of books for $49. They're fun because each one has several different hobbies. So gifts, you could make gifts, all kinds of things with these books. So they're heavy, but they always sell.
Nice.
The nativity set that's been here since about, I think, 2017. Or maybe 2019. We had a 20% off sale like you encourage us to do. See it sold for $38.40. Nativity sets always sell.
Yep, I just listed one today. Very good.
All
right, speaking of going home, Debs, this King Kamehameha Hawaiian shirt, it's on its way to Hawaii.
I'll never find a Kamehameha. Even my mom's looking for those for me.
Now, if you look, I did a little picture collage because I wanted to show off the button in the first picture.
Oh, that's awesome.
We've talked about the coin buttons before that look like a Chinese coin, but this button is actually a coin button of King Kamehameha. So stay tuned for what we're going to be talking about on selling past their expiration date this Sunday. Has to do with making collage type pictures. But $44, I think it was listed for maybe a week.
It's just beautiful, the colors and the contrast.
Yeah. I wished it was a little bit more exciting of a shirt. It's not a bad shirt, but it wasn't over the top exciting, but the buttons were the best.
And the label sells it.
Okay. This is one of those things, Deb, where it sold so fast. I'm like, dang, did we misprice this? I mean, it was fast. Like I listed it and I probably went potty and I came back and it was sold. I'm like, huh? And I looked, and individually these sell for about $8. But I guess when you have the 4 set together, because it actually came as this set, but most people just sell them individually, 4 set together with the boxes, boom, $60, and away it goes. So
wow.
But I was very excited. And you hold on to things long. I hold on to things long. Let's see the date of this one. Well, it says February 23rd, but I did a relist. I've had this for 2 years, but I finally got $67 for it. And I only paid.
Just like your run, they get better with
I only paid $4.99. So,
nice.
Would like to have moved it sooner, but
it's light, it's small, didn't take up much storage space.
Yep. Now, speaking of Christmas type things, I did Jingle Pals. I had a whole bunch, and I listed them on Facebook Marketplace, and they sold right away. So I sold this one for $35, and this threesome for $305. I wish 105, 305. I'm just making up numbers now. Don't worry about me.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Nobody else.
Man, I am loving Facebook Marketplace.
Now, is that in your store or is that just in the typical?
Just typical marketplace.
Local pickup.
Yeah. My shop's only going to be my Tiki stuff.
Okay. I think the local pickup is going to be very important in the next few weeks because we know the post offices, there's so much mail coming in now. When people know, hey, I can go around the corner and pick this up now and have it wrapped in under the tree tonight. So start thinking what you can sell right now on Facebook Marketplace.
Heck yeah. And now it's time for our CD and cassette scores of the week. And as always, we start with flipping cassettes. All right, how about a cassette single, otherwise known as a single? For those of you who remember singles, I have had this since I got it in the mail in 1996. It's like Kid Rock, 2 songs, Bow to Ba and Cowboy, $15. And someone in 2020 needed this single for $15 plus shipping.
Never heard that word before. Single.
And $3.50 for this Soundgarden, Louder Than Love. Sold it for $17. And right before we went live to air, sold the cassette for $25. So you'll see that one next week. Cassette. What'd you say?
Did you get my CD?
We ain't to CDs yet.
Oh, I forgot we're in singles.
Hold on. We're on cassettes. Wait for it. And now we go from flipping cassettes to flipping CDs. Hey, guess what? Here's your CD.
I love this. We listened to it. I wanted to keep it. And it's just awesome. But look at the pictures on the front. Jacqueline's got a cigarette. I just thought it was so cool. But we sold it for $39.99. And I think we probably paid $1.99. But that's one of the ones that I was really trying. I never heard of these people before. But the music was classic songs. But was it like ska? You know it, Jason, right?
Well, Ministry's industrial.
Ministry's industrial? What's that mean? Oh, anyway, it's a great CD.
Like 9 Inch Nails, kind of.
Okay, yeah, but they were typical songs like Queen and things where they changed it up to their style, and I was like, I know this song. It was great.
And look, there is no better segue than from Ministry and the cover-up of the JFK assassination to Jingle Cats. Yes, all these songs are the Christmas songs, but they're purred.
Oh,
yeah. There's no singing. It's cats meowing to Christmas songs. Everyone Everyone needs that. $25. And usually no one pays attention to the CD. You can usually pick it up for $1 or $2, and I picked it up for $2.
Wow. Nice.
Ooh, I think my mom's way behind. If she's just talking about the coin buttons,
I saw that. She might need to refresh.
my mom is way behind. All right. So the key is you have to look at every CD. If you look just at the spines, when you're at the record store or the thrift store, you would never notice it's autographed like this Bella Fleck and the Flecktones. Covers autographed by half the band. Then when you open the booklet, the other half of the band sign on their pictures. And this, again, sold so fast. I'm like, did I misprice it? Because no one had this CD autographed. And I looked at other autographed CDs, so I put $30. Sold like that. I paid $1 at a record store. So
I love that. Her last name is Fleck, and she named her band the Flecktones. That's cool.
I think Bella's a dude.
Oh, well, him.
Yeah. Funny you said that, though. I've sold Bella Fleck and the Flecktones quite a bit, but I think Bella's a guy.
Now,
now, when you're talking, I'll Google it in a second. All right. So, in a normal week, Deb, this Metallica CD for $150 would be my big sale of the week, but it wasn't. This is one of those weeks where the $150 sale, it's nice. It is a special version of Metallica's Black Album. This is a DVD audio, and I did sell it right on Discogs.
that's a nice dinner out on the strip sale.
Yeah. And then if you want to go see a show, you sell this CD. Now, before I show you the price, this is Samurai Champloo. I have no clue, but it's an anime series.
Oh.
And so this is the soundtrack to either the movie or the show. But look at this. The record store was nice enough to tell me it was an import. It was nice enough to tell me it was anime. It was nice enough to tell me it was out of print. And it was nice enough to tell me it was $30, which I had no problem paying. Thank you, Lisa. I thought I was a man. Phew. I had no problem paying $30 because, yes, I sold it for $200. And that is not a DVD audio. That is not a super. That is a regular CD.
Wow.
And it was still sealed. It was brand new.
Wow.
So,
You got this in a record store. Don't they know what they're doing?
Look at that. Steph used to watch that. See?
Oh, yeah. Anime movies. We'll look for DVDs anime.
So if you are not taking my courses yet, there's just two CDs, $350, just like that.
I love Bella Fleck even more. Becky says he plays the banjo.
Yes, that I knew. But I'm like, I thought it was a dude. And then Debbie made me question myself. Damn it, Debs. Is there anything else we got to talk about in CDs?
Hey, wait! Hold up! Don't forget about me!
Whoops! Now it's time for Stacy's Budget Bin Scores. How about this one? Stacy doesn't even know if she's watching. She's finding out right now. She picked up this Lord of the Rings soundtrack out of a budget bin for $2, and it's sold for $35. So good job.
We have to catch up with you now.
I know.
Her sale prices are rising.
You know, I was in a record store the other day without her, and I looked at the budget section, which I didn't have time to go through, and I'm like, oh, I wish she was here for other reasons too. But I'm like, I know she would pull out some sweet, sweet scores out of that budget bin. But not everything's a winner. And now it's time for our duds of the week. Do not let our mistakes be yours.
Okay, this comes from the not yet sold division of our store. He's only $14.99. He's been listed since 2017, and no one's bought him. Isn't he cute? So anyway,
He is adorable. Now here's what I would say. Retake the pictures on your chest. So put on like you got a cardigan or something.
Yeah.
Or even like a blazer and put it on the lapel. Maybe seeing it in action.
I could put him on the child. And then
Maybe seeing it in action might help it sell better.
yes, good idea.
Yeah,
I'll put it on Bill. I'll make Bill wear it. Okay, and then this is a bear. You know, our friend Mandy Kennett, she is the bear queen. 1,122 views since 2016. No offers, no sale. He's still here. So he's a jointed bear too. I mean,
Yeah, he's cute.
I know. Got a sweater and everything.
All right, the book kiosk if you like that bear.
And I'll take offers.
All right, so I sold these 3 CDs for $10, and if we zoom in what I paid, I paid 2 and 2 and 5, and that makes 9. That's not how it's supposed to work. You shouldn't spend $9 on CDs and sell them for 10. That's just not how it's supposed to work. There was a moment in time when these were good CDs and even good together because they're the same series, but then that moment ended and I still had these. So when someone offered me $10 this year, and this is the third Christmas of this lot together, I was happy to say, yep, I kind of got most of my money back. And so make it go away. Now, for those of you who were a kid in the 80s, I don't understand why this hasn't sold. Monchichi, oh, so soft and cuddly. Now, who's singing with me? Who's singing with me? And this is Santa Claus Monchichi. Had it for a couple of years. So if you want a Santa Claus Monchichi, throw me an offer of $20. Oh, there is best offer. There is. I thought best offer wasn't on there. Throw me an offer of $20 and I will happily take it.
He would look gorgeous under your Christmas tree. Yes.
I thought it was a winner when I got it, and no one has wanted this sad little Monchichi. Sad. Tear. And now it's time for Where in the World Did Our Stuff Go? If you are not shipping internationally, you are leaving out 7.3 billion with a B potential customers. Everyone's singing the Monchichi commercial now.
I think my kids watched that when they were little. I don't know. Okay. One buyer bought both of these things.
Nice.
They bought it's called the Opal from Jungle Bird Tiki Mug. And they bought a fez hat. And they both went to Cologne, Germany together. So that total sale was $239.
Now, we never discuss ahead of time where we're doing. My city is actually on your map.
Ooh.
And there's only a couple cities on this map. So mine, Prague in the Czech Republic. And now I definitely wanted to share this to show you the most ridiculous stuff sells across the globe. This is an empty box of rum. Let me stress the word empty. It's just the box. And I sold it for $25 to a customer in Prague in the Czech Republic.
Now, was that your booze in it, or did you buy the box?
Nope, found it at a estate sale. They had 3 high-end rum boxes. I said, is there any rum here? And they said no, and the boxes were $2 each. And I go, I know people will buy boxes. Sometimes they get bottles and they don't have the boxes, or they'll buy a lesser Diplomatico and then put in the box and put it on their bar to show off they have a better Diplomatico. So
it's a box.
So basically, trash sold to Europe.
Yeah. Hey, why not?
Oh, heck yeah. You just got to know the right trash to sell. And now it's time for You Have Got to Be Shipping Me. What to do and what not to do when it comes to shipping. I love this tip.
Do you understand it? I wasn't sure. I'm using the term dry fitting, comes from construction. We have these glass, remember my tip not too long ago where I hated shipping those 6 mugs. It took Bill and I like 6 hours to get them all shipped. So this time I thought, I'm smart now. So I got out boxes, I taped them together, fit how many I could fit in one, maybe 2 and whatever, and put it all together. Yeah, it's going to fit in this box and it's within the right dimensions, everything. And then I piled it all on to get the weight. How much is it going to cost me? Because, a small smidgen can bump you, especially international, can bump you into a whole lot more money. So I haven't sold them yet, but I know now when I do it. And then I put all that information in the custom field of my eBay listing. So when it sells, I just go, I need 4 of these and this and this and this, and bam, I can ship it off.
Okay, she could, Lisa, you could have put it in the regular chat unless I missed it. Oh yeah, there it is. Apparently, all these years I've had Monchichi spelled wrong. That could be part of the problem.
Is there? Do you have too many H's?
I don't have enough H's. I will still take $20 for it. So if anyone wants it,
more H's.
Yeah. Whoops. Good catch. Thanks, Lisa. I never noticed that.
It takes a tribe. It takes a village.
Okay, so happy Hanukkah, and let's talk about this menorah that I just sold recently for $37.49. Now, here is the shipping that I had called out on this menorah because it was hefty. That's all glass, and it was long. FedEx ground or FedEx home. So when the customer bought it, my FedEx home, which what I called out, I charged $15.99. FedEx home was $12.75. So I make about $3, but I always make $1 or $2 or $3 to cover the cost of the time to ship it, to cover the shipping materials. But I looked at my assistant. I said, hey, when's Hanukkah start? December 10th. FedEx 2-day was only a $3 upgrade. Didn't leave me any room for shipping costs, but it would get there by the 8th or 9th. And so you got to pay attention to those things because it was delivered on the 9th at 4:12 p.m. And where they live, Hanukkah started at 4:18 p.m. today. So it was delivered exactly 24 hours before the start of Hanukkah. So sometimes when you realize things could be time sensitive, skip that extra $3 and really, really impress your customer.
And that always comes back to you, that good karma.
Oh, absolutely.
That's a beautiful one.
All right.
I have to decide which one to light tonight. I think I have 10 of them because I collect them. Hey, Brian, is Brian in the chat? Which Hanukkah are you using tonight? I want to see a picture of it.
Yes, he is. And now it's time for the Thrifty Tips of the Week. Little tips and tricks to help you out when you're outsourcing. Whoops, I had one more slide there. It shows it was delivered. I actually had the slide. I didn't have to tell you. It was delivered at 4:14 p.m.
Nice. Okay, this one was a little hard for me to get all the pieces in. So you saw the train that I talked about earlier, and I said I paid $2.99 for it or whatever. Actually, it all came in a box. I paid $13.99 for the whole thing. And when I checked it in a thrift store, I checked another one. So I thought it was worth like $120. And
you were excited.
Yeah, I was. In this whole thrift store, everything was half off. So I was like, well, okay. So we get it home. And then Bill starts looking at it. He goes, do you know this is only worth about $35? I'm like, what? Because you looked at the wrong one. So Mr. Weeder got the smart idea to sell it individually. So like I said, that sells maybe 35, even new. And it's a big one. So you're going to be shipping, the oversized dimensionals. So we are up to $128 so far that we have sold out of that train set.
Split it up. Wow.
And we still have one more piece. So my tip is when you go out and you see things and you go, oh, I'm not so sure, think about splitting it up. We've done that with instead of encyclopedias. World Book, the older World Books can sell well. I said, I don't want to ship that heavy 3-box thing. We've been selling them one by one, getting way more money than we would have had we said the whole thing. So when you're out and you think, ew, the box is big, or I don't know. And somebody in the Secret Beach was talking about game pieces. We've sold 6 game boxes of Risk, just the little parts, for more than we would have sold it with the board. So always be thinking about piecing things out. Sometimes it doesn't play out. The funny thing too is, sorry, my nose. When I was working on the show notes the other night, we sold another piece. I think it was the little piece on the bottom, or no, piece on the top. The caboose sold. So I got to add in this, but right as I was typing up my scores, that guy sold. So the universe is listening.
Always. So Brian's got 20 menorahs. I'm in trouble with my Jewish wife because I didn't know exactly what the date of Hanukkah was. All right. Here's my thrifty tip. If the deal is good, don't pull a Peggy and try and get a better deal because you're going to lose it.
Hell.
I sold this mug for $100 on eBay. Found it later that day at Macari for $36 and tried to haggle him down to $30.
That's a freaky.
And when I was haggling him, someone bought it for $36. Now, there's, it's a little over doubling my money, but it was a relist, super easy. So there wouldn't be no work involved for me. And over $6, I lost it. So don't pull a Peggy. When his deal's too good, someone else is going to come by while you're trying to haggle online. In person is different, but online.
Do you know what was this? Was this Frankie's? I've never seen that one.
That's one of the first. The green gasser didn't last too long. That's why for $6, I should have snagged it.
Now you know.
Oh yeah, I blew it. I don't blow it often when it comes to sourcing online, but I definitely blew that. And I thought, well, I might as well teach that this week.
I was going to say, you use your mistakes to teach us.
Oh, absolutely. And now it's time for our online selling tips of the week. It doesn't matter if you're selling on Etsy, Depop, Macari, Poshmark, or eBay. These are little tips and tricks to help you when you're selling.
Okay, I've heard this tip for quite a while, and I just finally decided to try it and share it with you. What you're doing is you're going in and you're bulk editing all your listings. You're not changing anything. You're not clicking in the box for handling or nothing. You just go in, you go to your, your active listings that I just did all 704. Then when it goes to the next page, you click the top little box there that gets all of them. and then it's going to come up, and then you just click the confirm and okay. And you might get a box come up error, and it'll say like 2 or 3 of these can't change. It doesn't matter because you're not really changing anything. Just click okay. And it's supposed to help us get a higher place in search. It's free. It takes a minute. So try it.
Yeah, I haven't done that in a while, but I think it's one of those things too you can do when you're sitting on the couch with your laptop. However, I just found out about a third of all my admins have never owned a laptop in their life, and it blew my mind yesterday. I'm like, you've never owned a laptop?
That's all I have.
Lisa's one of them in the chat. I'm like, you've never wanted to sit outside with your cup of coffee and do your work when like the birds are chirping and
yeah.
Okay.
It goes everywhere. We just got back from a week-long vacation, and it goes everywhere with me.
All right. So I had to show this picture first because for some reason on eBay, even though I just sold it this week, it won't show the first picture. So this is Hedgehog Pie. I know that's Debbie's favorite band. It goes Moody Blues, Hedgehog Pie. But it's all about making sure, and we're going to talk to Lynell about this because she did it already. We talked about it. We're going to talk about it tonight. This was on Amazon for 3 years. I moved it to eBay, and on November 17th, I listed on eBay. It's already sold. 3 weeks. So apparently I had it on the wrong platform the entire time. And I prepped this slide. And as I was I was prepping the slides earlier today, we sold another one that had been on Amazon for 3 years and on eBay for 3 weeks, and it sold again. Not everything belongs where you think it belongs. Sometimes you got to move it around, and then it sells quick.
That blows my mind because we know Amazon sells everything.
Yeah, like what these two buyers, this one and the other one, they know Amazon exists. They obviously don't want to shop at Amazon. They obviously want to shop on eBay. So you've always got to move your stuff around. It just because it doesn't sell on one platform doesn't necessarily mean it's a dud. You just got to find the right platform.
And that's encouraging because a lot of us aren't ungated for CDs.
Yeah. All right, do a little housekeeping. I don't know if my dad's watching. Well, he's probably asleep. He's old. And he's really old because today's his birthday. Happy birthday, Dad. I know my mom's watching, so hey, Mom, poke Dad. Tell him happy birthday from everyone at Thrifty Business.
Yes, we love Big Daddy. The original Big Kahuna.
Damn it. So John ordered his laptop, and then I ordered mine. He said, mine's coming on New Year's Eve, Christmas Eve. And I said, oh, geez. So I ordered mine. Mine was Christmas Eve, too. Last week, John said his delivery got pushed back further. And I said in my head, ha. And mine's being delivered on the 18th. Here he got his.
What'd you get? Another Mac?
A MacBook Pro Air, a new one, a brand new one. But congratulations, John. I'll have mine in a couple days. So happy birthday, Daddy-O.
Yes. Kisses and hugs.
And then if you watch the upper right-hand corner of your screen, please, we will switch from a Christmas tree to a menorah. Happy Hanukkah since it started today. To those of you who celebrate, and you might be celebrating and not watching, you might be watching later. So happy Hanukkah to all those, including my wife and my whole wife's family, obviously. Happy Hanukkah to everybody. All right, so Debbie showed her awesome mug. Would you mind showing it again, Deb?
Yes, it's time for a drink.
All right, so let me see. How am I going to do this? Let's do it this way. All right, so for those you don't know, the Den of Sin is Stacy and I's home bar, and we have made now 3 mugs in different glazes. There they are. And the newest glaze, which Debbie is drinking out of, is called What Happens in the Shadows Stays in the Shadows. As you can see, he is very dark on the sides, like he's coming or going from the shadows. And the reason that I am telling you this is we sold out the first 100 in about 30 minutes. And we have a couple more coming, and they're due in on Monday.
We have a question.
Yes.
If we already bought one, can we buy one of the other ones that are coming?
No, you cannot.
Oh, okay.
No, you cannot, because the line is so long. People keep messaging me. I'm like, look, it's going to drop for everybody on Tuesday. Now, as far as I know, I'm the first one to ever do this. It's going to be a nighttime for sale. Oh, hi, Chris. Hi, Carboot Chris. How are you? Oh, and I wanted to say a big ups to Michael Freed. He took his 3 Den of Sin mugs and did his elf on a spit.
I love that. He really upped the game. We're sitting here trying to think, how are we going to make ours something cool?
All right, so it is going to now. This is all contingent on FedEx actually bringing me my package on Monday. If it doesn't, I will let everyone know. But if it does, Tuesday night, 8 o'clock East Coast, 5 o'clock West Coast, it'll be about 20-ish, will be for sale. and they will go quick. So if you missed out, make sure you are ready to go. Now that is in my shop on Jason's Tiki Adventures page. Shops are brand new. I got a shop right on the front page. And if you saw that picture, there will be a surprise or two also for sale Tuesday night. So
can we participate if we already bought one?
No. You have them all. What? You have them all, my dear.
I didn't get a surprise.
No.
Like a Cracker Jacks box where there's a toy.
So if you have some holes in your collection, you might want to stick your head in my shop Tuesday night at 5 o'clock. Now, there's also a caveat to that. When we did the original on sale, it was taking Facebook forever to approve my post, even though it was there. So I think I've figured out the way around it. If you don't see it right at 5, don't message me. Everyone message me. I mean, right at 8, excuse me. It'll come. I apologize, but I cannot make Facebook move any quicker than they do. All right.
Paul wants to know if he can buy his wife one.
No, one per household.
Oh, one per household. Okay. And I just want to say to everybody, I got number 13. Okay. I asked for that. So don't even try to get number 13. I have it.
All right. Before we get our guest in here, let me tell you about what's coming up this week. Okay. So I did a little thing like a pic collage the other day, like I've got in this example, and people were like, how do you do that? And so it's not that hard, but we will be talking about how to do pic collages. And when I dropped the coin in on the Hawaiian shirt, that was a whole different way. So we're going to talk about basically upping your picture game for your first picture on eBay. So we're going to go over that Sunday night with Mom, 7 o'clock East Coast, 4 o'clock on the West Coast. And then Secret Beachcombers. Anna is back. Typhoon Anna. Anna is our resident accountant extraordinaire. And I always said, look, you can watch webinars in the Secret Beach anytime you want, but this one you got to tune in live. If you've got any questions about your bookkeeping, tune in live Monday night at 8 o'clock when Anna's there to answer whatever you got. Excuse me.
Linda, did you see Miss Linda's question? If hubby and I split up, can I buy another one?
If you're going to split up by Monday or Tuesday, sure.
We know all the tricks, don't we?
Game on. All right. And then next week, our guests are Michael and Nicole Sellers. Great last name. When COVID took away their real job, they had eBay to support them. And they're the kind of people that we all should strive to be because they helped out the Make-A-Wish Foundation. So I don't want to give away the whole what they did because I can't wait to share with you next week. All right. So tune in, mark your calendars for all that stuff. Now, let's get our guest in here, shall we, Debs?
Yes, I've been excited to meet her.
And now it's time for the Thrifty Business special guest of the week. Hey, Lynell, how are you? Whoops.
Hi, Lynell.
I'm good. How are you? Hey, Deb.
We are dandy. We are excited to talk to you. Now,
Oh, now we get to hear the rest of the story.
you've all had time to ruminate and think about this. Now, why do you think during the month of December, Festivus, Hanukkah, Christmas, do I have a gravestone tiki mug for our guest? Debbie still doesn't remember the notes. Oh, Debbie just remembered the notes.
The light bulb just went off.
We saw her face change. She just remembered. All
I
right.
sent that to you. I sent you a message and said, wow, look at this.
No, Joe, the mugs are on Tuesday. They're due into me on Monday. Mugs for sale on Tuesday. Anna is on Monday.
Well, I'll do an event for you.
Yeah.
So you know.
Okay, Lynell, why don't you tell us, was it your first job?
Very
she
first
remember?
job out of high school.
And what was your first job out of high school?
I was a post-mortem room attendant at the Institute of Animal Physiology in Cambridge, England.
A post-mortem?
I used to help in post-mortems and autopsies.
Of just animals or humans too?
No, just animals, but pigs and sheep and cows. And,
You do autopsies on animals? I didn't know that people did. Is that for science?
for anything that
Oh, very interesting.
for medical research.
Yeah, perfect. And Jason just happened to have the perfect.
It was it's best job I ever had.
Now, of course, when Lynell and I did her test earlier, everything was smooth. And right now, her feed is turned into my mother's feed.
Something happens when the clock changes.
Woo, that hat. Boy, that hat's fun, but that hat is hot. All right. Yeah, she's having Peggy's internet right now. Elisa guessed. Right. Very good. Yes, Lynell is choppy. She wasn't choppy. I mean, Lynell was smooth when we did the test today. All right. Lynell, so Lynell, you just retired, so let's give Lynell a round of applause for retiring. Well done. Yay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Now, what did you retire
Cheers.
from?
What was your job that you retired?
Government service. The one I
burying
retired
dead
from, I
people
was a
for the government?
contracting, administrator.
Now, was that in the UK? Was that UK or US? Uh-oh.
That was in Tampa, St. Petersburg, Florida.
Okay.
And so you retired this summer.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm breaking up.
All right,
Yes.
so here's what we're going to have Lynell do. Lynell, I want you to leave and come back and see if that makes it any better.
No, Lynell's not in England now, Heather. She's in the US.
Yeah.
Did you see John's reply?
John, I don't run this show off a little tiny laptop. I run off a big computer.
Yeah.
Yes, Steph, she is down your way.
Ecom Chicago in the house. Hi, guys.
You know, it must be everyone gets home from work, those of us that go to work, and then everyone's streaming Thursday Night Football and everything else and sucking up Lynell's bandwidth. Can you tell all your neighbors to get off their Wi-Fi for a few minutes, please?
We'll just be slow.
All right, so here's the deal. Lynell retired this summer, but Lynell has been preparing for about 2 years, knowing that she wanted to get in on the thrifting and reselling game. So what got you interested and what got you thinking about doing that, Lynell?
I've always wanted to, but between ex-husbands or husbands at the time, kids, and moving all the time, it just wasn't something I thought I could do well with everything else going. So when I moved down to Tampa, I started getting serious, and my daughter put me in touch with your group. And so I started listening and stuff and learning.
Smart.
And I'm gonna kind of ruin the scores because for someone this new, your 4 scores are amazing. But that tells me you were really paying attention.
Yeah. She's got the
Well,
eye.
I had several items. Yeah, I mean, my son wanted a chinchilla when he was a teenager. And they were like $150 plus the cage. So I gave him like $20, took him to flea markets and places, and he bought some stuff and then resold it and bought himself a chinchilla and a cage.
That's awesome.
So it's always been in there, but I want to do it full time. I was leading up with Facebook, and when they had their change, I haven't done so well on Facebook. And things that I had listed there for over a year sold the day or day after I put it on eBay.
Nice.
So I was really happy with that.
So let's go back to you as a youth in school. Did you study and plan this much when you were going through school? Were you the kind that went, I can't play right now, I got to do my studying?
Yeah, I was that one.
I will tell you right now, I was the opposite of that. Now, did you
But
go?
I wanted to be a veterinarian, hence why the reason I became the postmortem room attendant was because I wanted to be a veterinarian.
So what changed your mind?
I met my husband.
Yeah, they have a way of getting in the way sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, your destiny was born.
Well, my parents were my parents were in England, and I moved back to California to go to school and got really homesick. So went back to England, and within 2 weeks I met my ex-husband. So, and then had kids, and that was all she wrote.
How many kids do you have, Lynell?
2. I have one that's up in Indiana. She's expecting her first baby. And she's the one that got me started with you guys. And she's helping me on Poshmark because I don't know how to do all the sharing and things you have to do for that. But she does because she used to sell on Poshmark a few years ago. So we're splitting the profits and it's working out really well.
Nice. Congratulations. Is this your first grandchild?
No, it'll be my first boy.
Oh.
Aw.
The other 2 are little girls. They live in Atlanta.
Okay.
Now, which one's your favorite kid?
Are they watching the show?
Oh, probably not, but no, they are all precious.
Yes. Yeah, can't answer that.
So we're just excited.
Now, when I got your notes, I did see that your daughter helps you from Indiana. And I'm like, how's that possible? But that just goes to show you another way that you could do things, especially if you get into retirement and your kid already knows how to do something. Say, hey, here's the help I need. We don't have to live next door to each other to do online stuff. There are oftentimes when my mom is just totally at the end of her rope on something, and I've got all her logins. So I'm like, all right, let me in and I'll see what I can do to fix it. So keep that in mind that if you're going to be starting a new platform or starting any of this, and you've got kids or grandkids or nieces or nephews that know how to do some stuff, let them know, let them have your logins if you trust them. You know, I'm sure I got some cousins that are sketchy that my mom probably wouldn't trust. Robbie, just kidding.
I'm going to watch the show. You also have a hobby.
Yeah, with
Sorry.
Which one? I do stained glass.
Yes, that one. And you recently came into some good.
Okay.
You got a bundle. You got some stained glass stuff, didn't you?
Oh, I bought 3 bundles in the last year of stained glass, and I keep some for me, and then I package it up in 10 pounds and sell it for $25.
So instead of Lego.
In fact, I've got somebody coming over tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Now you are for sure the first guest
I pay.
We're gonna work this delay here. We're gonna figure it out. I was gonna say you're definitely the first guest that had post-mortem room attendant and stained glass maker in their resume, and you'll be the only one ever. I'm sure of that.
But if anybody has a chance to buy stained glass pieces, the scrap for 50 cents a pound, you can sell it for them $5 a pound or more. Some people, what they do is they actually cut it to specific sizes, say 4x10 or 4x8, and 6 pieces will sell for $15. So I have a lot of stained glass, so I was willing to sell it and make a $4.50 per pound profit.
Okay, which begs the question: where does one find like scrap stained glass? Like where would that be?
I found all of mine on Facebook Marketplace. People get into the hobby. Glass is extremely expensive, but it takes a lot to do stained glass. And when you cut your pieces, then you have scraps left over. They're good for mosaics or for smaller stained glass pieces. And people will not throw this away. And then they'll decide they're moving. This glass is really heavy. They don't want to move it. So they'll sell, 80 pounds for $20. And then you'll sell that for a lot more. I've got a lady coming over tomorrow that's going to pick up 3 10-pound boxes, so $75.
Nice.
Now, see, Deb, there's something we didn't even think that we would hear about. I sold an empty box to Europe tonight, and Lynell's flipping scrap stained glass. So that goes to show you, dear, someone collects everything. Someone needs everything.
Yes.
And you shouldn't overlook really anything. You should figure out when you see stuff and go, is that worth some money? Because I'll be at parties where the booze will be empty, and I'll look at the bottles, and, not Malibu, but like higher end whiskeys and rums, and be like, that empty bottle's worth money. That empty box is worth money. And I will just happily take the trash out for them.
Yeah. That's smart.
But Jason, it's not just the glass. People will sometimes get rid of all their equipment. And if it's cheap enough, you can sell that for a lot of money.
Good. You know what's going to happen now? All of us watching this show are going to find some somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I'm like,
universe works. It's not even on our radar. And all of a sudden we walk and we're like, hey, look at all this stuff.
all right, my mom's got to
there's
go.
enough to go around.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. There's enough. I teach all the time, and people get mad at me because I give secrets away. If my secrets have ruined your business stinks. There it is. All right, my mom's got a question for you. Since you're new at selling, what's the most challenging thing? Because you've only been selling for 3 weeks, or give or take. So what's the most challenging thing that you found so far selling on eBay in your infancy?
Getting to the post office on time.
I remember those days, Deb,
But
having to go to the post office.
guys. Yeah, I'm going to eventually learn how to do pickup and different things. And also, once I get some organization to my stuff, I'm going to pack it up as I list most of it. I've already assigned item numbers to everything. And I've put, like, in one box, it's 1 to 100 items. And that way I only have to pull one box down at a time to look through something I've sold.
Smart. And then do you put that box?
But I want to go to. I didn't hear.
Do you put that box number in your custom field on your listing on eBay so you can find it?
Yes.
Okay, good.
So 3 weeks. Already schooling us on something we've never thought about.
Yeah.
Has her inventory system down pat, and knows to move if it's not working on one platform to another platform. My God, Lynell, you're like the best student ever.
Well, I'm not actually moving platforms. What I'm doing, is like things that I've listed on eBay. If they're suitable for Poshmark, I've listed them on there too.
So you're cross-posting.
And yes.
Good.
And that's worked out really good so far because my daughter has Poshmark has sold right up there with Amazon. It's different calculations and how they, do your revenue. But if you factor everything in, it's getting to be equal.
So do you sell on Amazon?
Since it doesn't cost me right now any. Pardon?
Do you sell on Amazon too?
No, I'm sorry. I looked at that the other day and I couldn't figure it out. So
Okay. I misunderstood you. Okay.
I'm doing I'm right now I'm trying to figure out how to do Facebook again, because since it's changed, I've not been selling that much, and Jason's been saying how much he sold. So I'm obviously doing something wrong there. And then I'm doing eBay and Poshmark, and then hopefully next week to start with Etsy.
Okay.
Yay.
Oh, she's jumping right in with both feet. That's awesome.
All right. So here's your store name. We got to do a couple things for you. We've got to change that name. So
Yeah.
before you get too far down the road, the name they just generically gave you, we definitely got to come up with some name for your store. And what I always recommend is words that are easy to spell, words that are easy to say together. You know, no one could remember it. And also we got to get you a little bit of graphics.
No, I wanted my store name to be Cosson's Closet.
Okay.
Because everything right now is just about coming out.
Whatever name she picks, you want to make sure the domain's available, because you want to buy your domain for your name of your store so you can point it to your store. Like I own shopthebook.kiosk.com and I own thebook.kiosk.com, and they both point from GoDaddy to my eBay store and my sub. I can just tell people, just go to thebook.kiosk.com and they go right to my eBay stuff. So when you pick a name, let's make sure we get the domain for it too. They're only like $14 a year.
And they're always having sales.
Yeah. And everybody should own their domain, their own name, debbieweeder.com. Everybody should own their own name.com. I lost mine one time and I got it back. Is she frozen? Can she hear us?
Oh, she's coming back. So who knows what she heard?
Yeah.
So let me remove this one.
Well, she can watch the replay.
Hi, Lynell.
Can you hear us?
Hi. Yes, I'm back.
Oh, yay. So you're going from a 3,000 square foot house to about 900 square feet? Oh, I would love to see what you have.
Well, I'm actually not at the moment because I was moving in with my son after I retired, but I gained a boyfriend.
Oh, this
so
is
we're
getting
actually going to stay in. Yeah.
The life and times of
So
Lynell.
we're staying in this area for a while.
Okay.
I know.
Oh.
There's never a dull moment.
I know. I love it.
Lynell's new boyfriend. That will be on the after hour show.
Now, is he going to help you with eBay? Does he have an interest in selling online? Oh,
He is. Yeah. Yeah. And we've known each other since high school,
wow.
which was a very long time ago.
Oh, for me too. Yeah. I know.
All right. So people are asking, can you change your store name? Yeah. So Tiki Pug Music is probably over the last 20 years. I think that's my fourth name, and I won't ever change it again. But I had other names that they were too long and too convoluted. So yes, you can change your name. How do you buy your domain name? You go to GoDaddy.com or any other domain service and you buy your name. They're having sales all the time. And so you just go there and register your name, and then you have your name, your website directed to your store. So when people go, how do I find your eBay store? I just tell them to go to tikipugmusic.com, and that takes them right to my eBay store. No stopping, no having to figure out how to look for a specific seller. It's very good.
And I have a tip. If you're shopping and you see it, buy it, because there are people who squat on domains. And if they see something come, it happened to a friend of mine. He has a candy store, and they took his name. He couldn't get it. He had to go to .net. So don't play around. If you think this is my name, I like it, you put it in and it's available, buy it. And if you change your name, I mean, it's only $14 a year. So don't play around and leave it out there, because you never know when you come back, it could be gone.
So Linda gets her domains at Namecheap, and then B Hall says, if I change my name, does your reviews go with you? If you get married and change your name, does your debt come with you? Absolutely. Same thing. Just because you change your name, just because you paint your house a different color, Nothing changes. You just change your name.
And I don't know if other people have experience with this. I was taught to not change my name unless I have to. That's why we're asking Lynell to do it now. She's just starting out. I know somebody who changed her name and her cells fell off the earth. And I warned her, it could happen. And her cells just plummeted. So it's not something to mess around with because everything follows. You know, it's all there, but it's not something. That's why we're asking her to do it now before she gets really into this. So it's not something you just decide tomorrow, I'm going to change my name and next week I'll change it again. It's not healthy for your eBay account.
Now, Lynell, what I would do tonight after we get off of this is whatever you're going to make your name, Lynell's Closet or Cosson's Closet, whatever it is, get right on, go register on Etsy and Depop, Mercari. Go get all of them just to get your name done. You don't got to get on there and start selling, but go sign up for all of them, get your name done so you can stay consistent throughout all the platforms. And that way, if you ever want to have a whole page of like, hey, you found Lynell, here's my Posh store, here's my eBay store. And it's all going to be uniformly named. So instead of having 17 different names, it'll be better to have one. So do that. And all of you do that. If you've not got on Poshmark yet and you've got a store name, just go register. You don't got to start selling right now, but get it. Just get it so you can keep your stuff the same.
But you can only direct your domain name to one. So
well, right. But yeah.
You know, you got to pick which one you want your domain to go to. But.
All right. Oops, I had you open there twice. All right. Let's talk about some of your scores because, usually we just have our guests go, here's my scores. But you're so new, but most everything you've done is good. I'm going to give you a couple tips. But man, for being fresh, but that's what 2 years of studying does. And I think this is your worst score at soap for $45. Now, where'd you find the Amway soap? Or are you an Amway distributor?
I used to sell Amway years ago, and I had bought these for my use and never used them. And so I looked them up to see if they were going for, and they were going 6 for $35, but there was none available. So I put $45 on for five, and they sold within a day or two. And they've been up on Facebook for a year.
Wow.
There you go. See, right customer, right place. Now, why is your shipping so expensive? Because 5 bars of soap.
Because I haven't figured out shipping yet.
That's
right, that's where we got to get you studying a little harder because this soap at the best, this soap would fit into a padded flat rate for $8.
Anywhere in the U.S.
Yeah, because at 5.3 ounces, it'll definitely be a pound. I was doing quick math if anyone was looking. I was like, yeah, that's a pound. So yeah, you're going to have to go priority mail, but you could definitely do that in a padded flat rate for $8.
And you can order all the free shipping supplies from USPS, right? And they'll deliver them to you?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so you want to have an assortment. It's like a puzzle. You want to have all the parts.
All right, so we're going to get you fixed on your shipping for sure. 2 things on your pictures. See this big shadow in the middle of your picture? We got to work on your lighting to get a little bit better because nothing should ever be dark in your photo. And you're giving up real estate at the top and the bottom because you've taken a rectangular photo and not a square photo. So if you take this in the square setting, it will fill the entire photo. I like how you space them. That's really good. We just need better light and square pictures.
Yeah, I put on my Christmas wish list for a lighting and backdrop.
Okay,
Heather,
so if you're
watching.
Yeah, say if your kids are listening, feel free to reach out to me directly. I will help you out with mom's gifts. I will point you in the right direction. Now, the one thing I would get rid of this line comes from a smoke-free, cat-free home because like the rest of us, you thrift. You don't know where your items came from. Sometimes originally the soap came from you, but you're setting yourself up. You don't need to say those things because even if you thrifted a shirt and it didn't come from a smoker, even if you don't smell it, someone else might smell it. So don't even put that in people's heads. Just don't even put that at all.
Yeah.
But good use of item specifics.
Okay.
Good job. A good amount of item specifics. Good amount of pictures. Like we said, we just need a little bit more light. Good close-ups. Well done. Well done. Well done.
Now, do you still have one feedback?
Is this your daughter, Lynell?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Heather. I will keep an eye out for your message.
She's messaging me.
Now I
All
know
right.
you have.
No, I
one.
think she's messaging me about your Christmas gift.
Oh.
All right. Okay. Most brand new sellers will sell like $7 items just to get their feet wet. You're like, you know what? I'm going to sell $200 purse. You know, we're going to come out guns a blazing.
Dude, that's a vacation.
This was
club.
a little unique. I had bought this last year for my daughter-in-law because we all are big Disneys, and she didn't care for it. She didn't dislike it. It just wasn't her style. So I couldn't take it back. And I spent all this money. What do you do with it? So I listed it. I made a little bit of money because I only paid like 138 for it, or 130. And it sold for 185 within a day or two. And so I'm happy I didn't have to eat that. And I made a little bit of money to boot.
Nice.
Yep. We definitely got to get your lights because now I can see the shadow of you. There's your fingers.
Yeah.
But you are taking a lot of photos.
Yeah, in fact, I finally a lamp and put that where I'm taking photos, and that helped in my later pictures, but I blew the bulb last night, so I got to go get more bulbs. Stop.
Bulb in a Christmas stocking.
Now, the one thing I would add on this, Lynell, is I'm not a purse carrier normally. I have no idea how big this is. You have no measurements anywhere. Soap, not a big deal. I mean, the weight was good. You put the ounces in, but you on a purse, you definitely you're missing a lot. You're missing the height and the width and the drop. How much room is on the strap. So you need all those things when you're selling purses, because I don't know, even if I was buying for my mom or my wife or my sister, I don't know how big this purse is. It looks big, but is it? I don't know. So make sure you have those, because then you get the returns of, I thought it was bigger. I thought it was smaller. I thought, you get a lot of I thoughts. So you still might get a return, but with the measurements, you're at least helping out those who are number inclined.
Okay, great.
Okay, Hello Kitty coffee mug, $40. What? Why was this $40?
Well, I bought this when I went to Hello Kitty pop-up cafe with my grandchildren and spent 2 hours, 3 hours in line, and I was determined to go away with something. So I bought myself a mug. And it's been sitting in my closet, never used it. I paid $15 for it. So I checked online and did my price. And in fact, when I told my daughter-in-law, she's now looking for my granddaughter's 2 mugs because they're still in the box somewhere.
Mom, where's my mugs? Never mind.
But we had a good time waiting in line.
So and going back, think about this. You put the ounces in, which is great for a mug, but think about that same thoughts on clothing and purses and stuff like that. So yeah, Sanrio will surprise the heck out of you. Okay. Yeah, I was excited to see $40 for a coffee mug. Yay! Now let's end on this, because
I've got one up right now. Hey, all thanks to you guys. you guys were talking about one day about buying like used perfume, reselling retired perfumes, and up pops on Marketplace. This girl was selling it for $20. It was full. And so I bought it, but it took me a year. I put it on Facebook Marketplace. So it was one of the first items that went on when I started on eBay, and it sold right away for $85.
Nice.
I just wish I could find more perfume.
Yeah.
Estate
And the best place, as Debbie said, estate sales. And you'll see these half bottles, and if it's something that does not made anymore, that's where the money comes in. Like the cologne I love to wear, it's not super fancy. It's from Bath and Body Works, a men's collection, but doesn't exist anymore. So if I saw half a bottle at an estate sale, I would buy it in a heartbeat. I bought 3/4 of a bottle on eBay for $65 when the original price was like $30 because I can't get it no more. So yeah, that's a great tip. Is there a doggy wrestling somewhere?
Yes. 2 of them.
I hear them.
Charlie and Apricot.
Yeah. Now they've just jumped up in my lap.
Oh, well, let's see.
I think you can just see Apricot's head.
Oh.
Say hello.
All right. So now that you've started selling, has anything actually surprised you after all this prep?
Not yet. I'm surprised at how much easier it is to post on eBay than it was to Marketplace, because it took me a lot more time, probably because I didn't do the measurements. Because I'm trying to get up to 25 postings a day.
Ooh, good. That's a good goal.
Yeah, no.
I tried to do at least 3 or 4, and then
go ahead.
No, you were going to say something?
I was saying that's a good thing to have right out of the gate is goals. 25 new items a day listed is a great goal to have.
Yes.
Well, thank you. I'm going to go on a world cruise.
Can I go with you? Oh, my husband too, and your boyfriend, all 4 of us.
Yeah.
That would be
So
fun.
now, is that what you're setting the money aside for?
To do a 6-month cruise.
And that's great.
Part of it, yeah.
All right. So since someone asked if they could keep.
Cruise.
Now, where do you have a specific one picked out, like specific ports, or you don't care where it goes? We're just going.
No, we're going. We'll decide that when we get the money.
All right. I like it. All right. Since everyone was asking in the chat, yes,
And
I
I'm
only have
having
one.
fun in the meantime.
Good for you.
Since people were asking in the chat, this is the cologne I wear. I do have others, but this one I like the most. It's called Woodland. And as you can see, someone had 4 and they sold them for $155 each. They were $30 originally. So I think we've talked about colognes and perfumes in the past. I don't know if we've done a whole show, which we could, but there's crazy money, and estate sales is the best way to go. So if anyone sees this, I'd be happy to reward you, because I like that smell, and Stacy likes that smell. So
Good to know.
All right.
Do we have time to answer one of her questions for her?
Yeah.
Speaking of cruising around the world, she was wondering how she gets someone set up to help her ship when she wants to go visit her daughter. Should she just put her store on vacation, or maybe train, or her boyfriend might want to go with her. How would she go about finding someone who could ship for her when she's out of town? Or personally, to me, it's kind of risky unless it's someone who really knows what they're doing, because it can really mess us up. So that's one thing she wanted to learn, how to have a helper to ship for her.
Okay, so I've had a helper for 15 years, and I've lucked out. Almost every helper I've had has been someone that worked out well for a good amount of time, someone I can trust. But yes, Lynell, you need to find that person that you can trust to leave alone in your house. And it's a tricky thing to do. But if you can, then you never have to put all your stuff on vacation. You just keep on selling while you're cruising around the world, just making money. It's dropping in your account. You're like, I ain't never coming home. I'm going to stay on this boat forever.
Now, it'll probably be my boyfriend, because I want to go for a month.
Okay.
But I'm not sure I can figure out a way to teach him what he needs to do if I'm not there. I'm afraid he's going to go go to the post office, buy something, and just don't worry about what it's supposed to be shipped as.
So that would probably be a good show for Mom and I to give like a down and dirty. Here's kind of like the bare bones of how to ship, because the nuances, it takes a while to learn all the nuances. Mm-hmm. But if you've got a boyfriend filling in, you can't expect him to know all the nuances, but if he knows just enough to get it done, yeah, you might lose $1 or $2 on the shipping, but it's getting done and it's getting shipped. So, Mom, if you wouldn't mind, write that down. Let's do that in a couple of weeks. I like that idea.
Yep.
What are the bare bone basics to teach somebody new? And what I'll do, Lynell, I'll use you as an example. I'll go through your store to see what you got for sale and say, okay, based on what Lynell's selling, we need to know how to ship this, and this, that kind of thing.
That's a good idea.
Because, my assistant's been with me for over a year now, and she watched me reconstruct a box the other day that to me is second nature. And she was like, that was impressive. Now she's seen me do it for a year, but it was a kind of an extra special reboxing. And I go, I hope you can do that. But if you can't, and we got to spend $4 extra on shipping, it's not the end of the world. The fact that things can still sell and get shipped, that's the important part. If you can pull off redoing a box, cool. If not, I get it. All right. So bare basics, but that's a good question. And that's what I like to hear.
That was with the mug, right?
No, we had a big like piece of a Christmas village going out, and finding a box was near impossible. So I said, look, this box is close, but we need to restructure it both. It's got to be shorter and down and shorter this way too. And she's seen me do it before, but for whatever reason, I went through this one pretty quick, and she was like, oh, that was impressive. My dad could do that too. But I don't have a ton of skills, but one of them is redoing a box like that. I'm pretty good at that. And but it doesn't even have to be big things. It could be small things. If you don't have the right box, you've got to do something. So what I think we'll do is, here's the supplies you should have on hand.
Right.
And here's what the helper needs to know just to get them through so you can continue to sell.
And one good thing, while you're at your daughter's house, you can talk him through it on the phone.
Yes, FaceTime. FaceTime helps everything.
Yeah.
No, honey. It's the shelf behind you, because I can see you in the wrong space. That's the other key to nowadays, is you can see into your own office. 20 years ago, I'd have to be like, no, look for the shelf. It's blue.
And what you should have him with you when you start shipping things, have him with you. This is how you print out an invoice. If you use invoices, we do, you just have him start walking through it. I know with my husband, it was like the different forms, regional A, regional B, top load, side load, padded flat. It's like a big puzzle, and you always want to get the best price that you can. Are you using Pirate Ship too?
Not yet. I haven't been able to figure out how to sign up for it. So it's
Okay.
my
I'll walk you
boyfriend's
through
been sick for this week, so it's been a bit of hectic, and I really just didn't have enough time to sit down and concentrate on it.
Okay, I'll walk you through it.
I am really bad with computer.
And that's an easy one to sign up for. There's some things that are convoluted as hell. Pirate Ship is on the easier side compared to some things we got to sign up for. So they make it quite easy. All right. So Lynell, I want to see how many things you have in your store right now, in your eBay store. Ooh, 89 items. Okay. So since we got everyone's eyes on you, what's your goal in your eBay store, let's say a month from now? So let's say mid-January. How many items do you think you want in your store? And then we'll check in on you.
At least 250.
Damn. All right.
Good. You go, girl.
You have 103 witnesses right now. So, all right. So we're gonna check back with you mid-January and see how you're doing. Yeah, Stacy said Pirate Ship is a game changer.
Thumbs up for Lynell that she's going to hit her goal when we check back in. We give her some thumbs up now.
Yeah. Yeah. Give Lynell some thumbs up on A, starting the journey, B, being able to share it with us. And the last tip I'm going to leave with you, Lynell, and you've heard me say it since you've been hanging around for a while, embrace your mistakes. That's why we do the duds of the week. You will learn more from what you screw up than your successes, because you'll never want to screw that up again. And so like you have a success, you're like, cool, that success was nice. Oh, I ate $20 on shipping. Let me figure that out for next time. I will never eat $20 on shipping again. So don't curl up and die because you made a mistake. Just embrace it. If you're a note taker, which I bet you are, take your notes and learn from it, and don't do it again. And if you do it again, it happens. No biggie.
And stuff happens. That's why we have to do our taxes and everything. There's a column for oops, refunds, and yes, we are rooting for you.
So John says we're rooting for you, and Lori says your descriptive words are really good.
Well, thank you.
Yep, issues equals tuition. All right, so 250 by mid-January. Debbie's going to help you get on Pirate Ship, and then within the next couple of weeks, Mom and I will do what basics does your helper need to know when you're gone to get your shipping done for you. So that's a great topic. I love when topics just kind of show up accidentally. When Mom and I sit like this and talk, we're like, we have no idea what to talk about. And then Lynell just says something, and I'm like, oh yeah, there it is. There it is. Because I know you're not alone, Lynell. So someone else wants to go away for a week, and they got their 18-year-old or their husband or their neighbor who they trust with their house. How can you tell them just to get through it, just to keep your sales going? So I love it.
And I love what Ecom Chicago said. Yeah, right there. It's great to listen to new sellers because it reminds us of things we forgot. And all of us are kind of new and different niches or whatever. So thank you so much for coming on. She told me earlier today, she goes, I'm kind of nervous. I said, don't worry. We love to laugh and learn, and we're low key, but this helps everybody.
Absolutely. All right. So again, happy Hanukkah to everybody who is celebrating Hanukkah tonight.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
Oh, heck yeah. Yeah. And we're gonna keep tabs on you because we want to see your store go up and up and up. We want to see you get better lighting. We want to see you succeed like everyone. Want to see everyone else succeed. And it's so great that you are finally taking the plunge, and you're coming out the gates, $200 purse, $100 perfume. It's great. I love it. Yay. Good job. Good.
And I want to tell everybody, because I have inside knowledge, keep your eye on her store. She found a box of her dad's baseball hats that he passed away 20 years ago. So those have been in a box for all this time. Baseball hats. Her and her mom had the same tape. So she's got Wedgwood dishes. She's got vintage linens and all kinds, some antiques and things. So keep an eye on her store. We might be your best buyers.
Yeah, Robin says good luck. Linda says you did great.
Yes, you did.
So thank you all. Good to see everybody. Don't forget, tune in on Sunday. Secret Beachcombers. Any bookkeeping questions, you got to be there Monday live so you can ask Anna. She'll answer anything. And then if you did not get a mug, one per household. If you did not get a mug, on Tuesday if FedEx delivers. There's the big if. But I will let you know. If FedEx doesn't bring me my mugs, I will let you know. All right? So thank you very, very much, everybody. Have a wonderful evening. Give us a big old thumbs up. Oh, there's the mug.
You want one. Trust me, you want one. And
Give-
Jason's not opposed to us reselling. I never will resell mine, but hey.
Give Lynell a big old thumbs up. And if you're new, subscribe and click the bell. It lets you know when we're going live. And with that, I say happy holidays, everybody. And we'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Maybe.
Bye.
I did so good. Thanks, Lynell. You were awesome.
Don't leave.